hackers to do the work that they do in order to pull off the feats that they do. Hackers must conceal their identities. Can you imagine jeopardizing a company's or government's security and stealing from or sabotaging them? You've just given them your name. It's like walking up front of your neighbor's house, pulling out a hammer, and smashing every window you can before they stop you. You would never do something like that. And neither would any future hacker. Hi, folks, it's Shadow Tech. And now, without further ado, let us pose the question. How do hackers maintain their anonymity? So the root of this question stems from a reasonable assumption. Consider mobile phones as a simple way to frame the question. When your phone connects to its network, it doesn't matter what you do with it, it's sending a request to the network, which the network receives. Depending on what it is asking, it may send the request to another part of the network. And this continues indefinitely between you, an antenna, a satellite, another antenna, and an almost infinite amount of machinery. However, your phone identifies itself throughout the process. It has a serial number, an IMEI number, and a MAC address number. This helps the network to know it, thus you are not able to receive other people's phone calls. What makes this different for a computer? You don't have a cell tower, but you do have an ISP, and you still send all of your requests to one specific place, which relays them to the next specific place that needs to be contacted to continue the chain. So how can a hacker be safe in a situation where pretty much every bit of information they have has to start by passing through the place that they pay for internet access from? I mean, assuming that they haven't hacked into the internet access that they are using, your ISP can and does keep a log of most actions that you take through their network, has to keep a log of most actions that you take through their network, has to keep a log of your data usage in case you have a problem. Well, why can't they keep track of everything if they can keep track of that? I mean, if you're assuming they aren't, I'd go ahead and read your ISP's privacy policy. They may not sell the data to anyone, but the data is there. Also, just because they have a privacy policy doesn't mean they don't sell the data to people. But, technically, they have a record of every keystroke you make and every message you send. An ISP, on the other hand, doesn't give a damn. They're there to take your money and provide you with internet access. They have no incentive to effectively police your usage because it would cost them a lot of money. They'd do. A VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, is the first method of anonymization that a hacker may employ. A VPN is similar to your high school friend who delivered anonymous notes to your crush. A VPN is essentially a middleman that protects your information, does not log it in any way, and acts as a front for you. In general, a VPN will have a client that encrypts the data that you're sending over your ISP. The VPN then receives the encrypted data, decrypts it, and executes any of the instructions. You could wish to use a VPN for a variety of reasons, many of which are perfectly acceptable. For example, you may work for a corporation that handles secure data and requires you to access to their computers exclusively through it. This allows them to know with certainty who is on their network. Virtual private networks are a rather substantial industry that provides a high level of safety and privacy. It just seems to be a connection from the VPN provider, and the VPN provider does whatever operations you may request of it on your behalf and returns the results to you. Because this is a computer, it happens in microseconds, but it effectively creates a link in the chain that will sever itself if questioned who's on the other end of the chain. In principle, it could cave and tell them who you are, and they could give out your IP address at any moment. But the entire idea is that they won't, because the only time a VPN would do that is if they couldn't get out of it legally. Proxy servers is another means of anonymization. A proxy server acts as a go-between for your device and the internet. It's just another computer that handles internet queries. In concept, it is comparable to a virtual machine, but it is a whole independent physical machine. It protects your anonymity in the same way as a VPN does, by disguising your IP, but it may also transmit a new user agent to make your browser unrecognizable and reject or allow cookies while preventing them from reaching your device. Most VPN providers also have proxy servers, so they're an excellent place to start looking for a reputable one. Tor is another means of anonymization. Tor is an acronym for the Onion Router. And it has nothing to do with anything other than onion layers, ogre layers, and web surfing. So, in essence, The Tor network is similar to a torrent, at least in this way. A network of many computers decentralizes request and information delivery. When a request is sent into the Tor network, it hits a random node, then another random node, and so on until it reaches an exit node. The exit node is the computer that initiates the actual external request or point of contact with the outside world. In essence, it functions as a mod tool or tumbler, seeing your request as a ping-pong ball in a lottery machine. That is essentially what is happening with your data. Everything is encrypted and randomized in such a way that it is virtually hard to monitor. So, by connecting to Tor via VPN, you're hiding what data you're transmitting and receiving from your ISP, concealing your identity behind a corporation whose sole purpose is to conceal your identity, and then randomizing your traffic across a sequence of 1,000s upon 1,000s of nodes. That may appear to be simple, but it is not. It does require some skill to be able to execute any of this. Another means of anonymization is use of DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is a search engine that does not monitor your online activities, like Google and Bing that use behavioral trackers to target you with ads. It prioritizes privacy while avoiding the filter bubble of tailored search results. It has handy features such as region-specific searching, safe search, to guard against explicit material, and an immediate answer option that displays an answer over the top of the screen in addition to the search results. In other methods that can be used, they can be 1. Use of the ad blockers, since ads can come in form of good ads and bad ads. 2. Use of incognito mode. This will ensure that in this mode, your device will not retain any data, including your browser history, cookies, site data, and information submitted into forms. Most browsers provide a privacy option that allows you to conceal your online behavior from other users of the same device. 3. Using fake emails. This will help to hide your identity and also will help in avoiding phishing emails and malware that can be sent to you. 4. Using virtual machines. This helps since when done using the virtual machine, you can delete the machine. If you like this video, please like it, and if you haven't subscribed to waste time, now is a great time to do so since we add new videos all the time, and the best way to view them first is to subscribe. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. We'll see you here again soon.